It's another Q&A video. Hey everyone, KitaSean here. So it's been a while since my last Q&A video. I honestly don't know when the last time I did it, but I always like answering questions, whether it's FGO or any of my other hobbies, anime, manga, whatever it is. And yeah, I'm just super excited to answer some questions, and I have quite a bit here, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. So the first question, what kind of jobs would you be working on if YouTube content creation didn't work out? Well, first of all, YouTube content creation isn't my main job. I actually work a real job in the IRL life, but YouTube and content creation was just something that I wanted to do on the side, and I still am, and I still find it quite fun to make videos and edit videos. What genre of books do you like to read? I read a lot of different genres, whether it's fantasy, sci-fi, romance, comedy. I've actually been reading a little bit of Star Wars recently because I've been really getting back into that. But a series that I actually really like reading right now, and I highly recommend you guys check out as well, is going to be the Before the Coffee Gets Old series by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is actually volume 4, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this is the 4th volume that got translated in English. So if you guys are looking for an interesting read, I highly recommend picking up Before the Coffee Gets Old. Really great read, really wholesome, really touching, and yeah, just overall an amazing read. Beef or chicken? I do like my beef, but I'm gonna go ahead and say chicken for now because I've been really on a pretty strict diet. I've been going to the gym and stuff like that, so chicken has been my go-to meat recently. By the way, Tutu, love your artwork. I see multiple questions in the comments, so hope it's okay I ask more than one too. Why Schwartz? What is your favorite Weiss side deck, Schwartz side deck, and Army deck? Gundam, who are your top 3 non-UC pilots? Favorite Weiss and Schwartz decks. If we're gonna go based off of what I play right now, it's gonna be the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls double gold bar build with the 1/1 character that heals off damage off of clock when you trigger a gold bar. I use the 1/0 obviously, and my other climax combo is going to be the 0/0, the one you attack and check top 3, put 1 in the hand kind of thing. My end game in that deck is going to be obviously the 3/2 yellow and the blue that comes out early. That's my build so far for Idolmaster. I'm still kind of tweaking it here and there, but some cards do go to memory, compressing the deck. So yeah, that's my build for Idolmaster right now. And if I were to pick an old deck, it would be Nisekoi. Nisekoi was my favorite deck to play back in the day. The 3/2 Marika, I mean, that's just a strong card. So yeah, I really enjoyed Nisekoi. That was definitely a deck that I played the crap out of. For Schwartz, it's going to be right now Project Sekai. I play the yellow event build. That's definitely my favorite deck right now, for sure. Favorite Gundam non-UC pilot is a hard one because all the pilots that I like are from the UC universe. But I have to throw Hiro Yui in there from Gundam Wing because Gundam Wing is what started it all for me. That was the very first Gundam I've ever watched, and Hiro was just a really cool character in my opinion, very edgy and stuff like that. Nowadays I'm like, whatever, but back in the day for sure, I wanted to be Hiro. Other than Hero, I don't really have a lot of favorite pilots outside of UC, but if I were to really pick, maybe Sureta from Witch of Mercury, and maybe Domon from G Gundam. If not Domon or Sureta, I'll probably replace them with Mr. Bushido from 00 because of memes. Gotta tell us who your favorite Trails character is, dude. Who is it? Picking a favorite character in Trails is really hard because there's just so many great characters in that entire franchise. I mean, Sky, you have Estelle, Oliver, then in the Crossbell arc you have Lloyd, also Dishia, who is obviously a fan favorite. And then when you get into Cold Steel, it's just hard to choose because so many characters were introduced in there. but you have characters like Laura, you got characters like Fee, Emma, like Sarah, like just so many characters in Cold Steel. Like for Emma, I actually was not a fan of her, but I gave in when it went into Cold Steel 2 and 3. Emma started becoming one of my favorite characters for sure. But when I played Daybreak, I mean, you got Van. Like, I think I can say this with confidence. Van is hands down my favorite character when it comes to as a protagonist. Like, when it comes to protagonist, Van for sure. I can say that with confidence. But when it comes to female characters, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say Shirley. I think she's very underrated. Hey Sean, after I looked into your older videos, I saw that you do vlogs as well. Will you make other vlogs in the future? I'm actually going to Japan in a few hours, so yeah, I will be making more vlogs. I have a very odd question, but are you a VTuber that goes by the name Kyo? I know that is a weird one, but I swear he sounds like you. Also, he looks like a fusion of Merlin and Foe. I actually have no idea who that is. Hold on, let me look him up. Oh, yeah, I've seen this guy before. This is when I was trying to study VTubers and everything like that. Yeah, I thought that as well. I thought he was like a Merlin Foe fusion type VTuber. Maybe he likes FGO, I don't know. But no, that is not me. Definitely not me. Hi Kita, I will just post some questions and you can answer the ones you want. Music. What is your favorite genre of music? Kendrick or Drake? Both goated. Japan. What's the single best food dish in Japan for vegetarians? 2. Your experience with real-life Jap idols. When it comes to music, I listen to all kinds of different genres, whether it's J-rock, rock, J-pop, pop. I also listen to hip-hop, I listen to country, jazz, you name it. But my top artist to listen to is Honeycomb Bear, Tuki, Yuri, Eme, and Ed Sheeran. Those are my top 5. Kendrick or Drake, I actually don't like any of them, to be honest with you. For the best single vegetarian dish to eat in Japan, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring out my inner Uncle Roger. Hiya! Hiya! Vegetarian, why so weak? Why so weak? Onigiri, I mean rice and seaweed, you can't go wrong with that. My experience was Real Life Idol. Randomly, last year actually, I was in Odaiba and there was an idol fest and I just went there and I saw a lot of different idols. That's my only experience with them. I don't really care too much about Japanese idols or K-pop idols. What are your top 5 gacha games outside of FGO? Other than FGO, I currently play Monster Strike, Blue Archive, Nikke, ZZZ, Zenless Zone Zero, and Girls Frontline 2. What's your most expensive TCG card? I actually sold a lot of my cards recently, my expensive ones, because I didn't really care too much about them. The most expensive one I sold was maybe $1,500 if I'm not mistaken. But I do have my expensive binder here. So as you can see, we have a bunch of My Dress Up Darling signed cards. We have some Blue Archive signed cards, a lot of Weiss Schwarz signed cards like Nisekoi. We also got this one. I know this one is pretty expensive. We got Mashu signed cards. This Brit Eugen from Azerlane I know is pretty expensive as well. Yeah, I do have quite a bit of expensive cards in my binder. My Pokemon ones. I think this might be my most expensive card, the Moonbryon. I do think this is like a PSA 9 or 10 if it were to get one, but I hate graded cards, so that's something that you'll never see me purchase. We have the Giratina, stuff like that, but we also have the Pikachu EX as well. So yeah, I do have quite a bit of a collection of expensive cards. My legs are hurting sitting on the floor, so I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the chair now. Favorite city and landmark to visit in Japan, and what time of the year do you recommend visiting? Extra favorite celebratory event to visit Japan for. My favorite city and landmark, I don't really have a favorite landmark, but my favorite city for sure, Osaka. I know Osaka as if it's my backyard. I have a lot of friends, a lot of family that live there. Street food is great. Just a lot of great shops there, a lot of hidden ones. So yeah, Osaka is definitely a very fun city to visit if you've never been there. I mean, it's definitely a touristy spot, but if you know Osaka like myself and everyone that lives in Osaka, then yeah, it's gonna be super fun. As for the best time to go to Japan, I mean, spring for sure weather-wise, but to actually go, it's probably the most horrible time to go because, I mean, you have a sakura season, that's where a lot of tourists want to go. It's going to get crowded because of that. Then you got Golden Week where everyone in Japan is off and trains are crowded all the time. So I personally don't really like going during March, April, and May. That's just something I just try to avoid as much as possible, but this time I'm going in March because my friends are like, hey, come with us, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you guys. But other than that, I think October, November is a good time to go. It might be a little chilly, but I still think it's a great time to go. Usually plane tickets are cheap, depending on where you're going from. And yeah, I think the weather is actually pretty nice. So yeah, I think October, November might be the best time to go. As for an event to go to, I always like going to the matsuris, whether it's Natsu Matsuri, Fuyu Matsuri. I think going to those festivals are always fun to go to and definitely a very Japanese experience. Any tokusatsu you watch? I don't really watch tokusatsu anymore. I only watch it unless my friend who owns a card shop has it on his TV when I go play cards. But I have watched like Orenja, Karenja. I've watched a lot of old ones, but recently I don't really like too much. Favorite Tales entry? I want to say Tales of Abyss, but I really hate long hair Luke. If you've ever played Tales of Abyss, you know what I mean. After he cuts his hair, that's where Tales of Abyss gets really good, but I just hate long hair Luke. I really do. But if I were to really pick one, I mean, I really enjoyed Berseria, I really enjoyed Arise, but my all-time favorite Tales is going to be Destiny. Favorite Ultraman, Ultraman Tiga. That was my very first Ultraman, and to this day, I think Tiga is just the best. What has been your favorite event to attend in Japan? Also, favorite event to attend in North America? I'm assuming we're going towards anime events here. If not, I said earlier, I like to go to the Matsuris. But favorite event in Japan when it comes to like anime related, I'm gonna go ahead and say Comic One. Comic One is an event that happens in April. It's basically a mini Comiket, same location, but not as crowded as Comiket. And I just really enjoyed it. I thought Comic One was a really nice event. Again, the weather is also great during that time, and it's just not as crowded as Comiket. For favorite event in North America, it's gotta be EVO. EVO is the best event, especially if you are a fighting game fan. Just to go there to play fighting games, just to go there to, you know, watch fighting games, like the best of the best. Like EVO for sure, hands down, best event I've ever been to. What place would you say are the best to go in Japan during August? Don't go in August, it's freaking horrible. It's so hot, I hate it. Like, I only go because of FGO Fest. Like, that's the only reason why I go in August. But great weather in Japan during the summer, probably Hokkaido. It's actually really nice up there during the summer. August is usually like the worst time to go because it's super hot. But if you go up north, the weather is actually really nice. Hi KitaSean, what country are you from? Despite you live in America, aside from to be able to speak Japanese, are you perhaps Indonesian, just like me? I was born here in America, born and raised. I did live in Japan for a year or two. And yes, I am half Indonesian. My mom is Japanese and my dad is Indonesian. Would you do the Reem pose? Heed my call, Valimir, the Ashen Knight. I don't know how the English voice line is pronounced, but I'll do the Japanese one. Koi! Hainokish Bariman! Embarrassing. Scotty or Morgan? Morgan. Pokemon or Digimon? Digimon. Any non-anime shows you are currently watching right now? I'm not really watching anything right now, but I did watch the Oshinoko live action recently, and I really enjoyed that one. What's a game series you love to play that you would recommend to someone? Valkyria Chronicles, like hands down Valkyria Chronicles. Like I have Valkyria Chronicles right here, I have Valkyria Chronicles right here, Valkyria Chronicles over here, Valkyria Chronicles up here. Valkyria Chronicles is my all-time favorite game, so all the way Valkyria Chronicles. Senjo no Valkyria. Would you like to attend other anime conventions like Anime NYC, for example? Anime Expo is one of the best anime conventions I ever visited, and my first time being in LA. I do remember taking a picture with you, by the way, so that was really cool to see you. And yeah, I definitely would love to visit Anime NYC. It's just really hard to go because it's during a time where I'm usually very busy, so I definitely want to go to Anime NYC one day though. Is there any gacha game exclusive to Japan that you want available globally? Not necessarily. I mean, usually all the gacha games do come to the West at some point, so nah, not really. Are you going to Anime Expo this year? Also, do you prefer PC or console gaming, and why? Yes, I am going to Anime Expo this year. I have my ticket and hotel already, and if you do see me at Anime Expo, I will be giving out FGO arcade cards or these FGO striker cards that I officially got these at FGO Fest 9th anniversary. As for PC or console, I do both. Do you still play Snowbreak? I haven't logged in the longest time, but I definitely need to start playing that again. I actually really enjoyed Snowbreak. What's your advice for new gacha players? Don't play. So there you guys have it. That's all the questions that I'm going to be answering for this video. I do have to get ready to pack up. I do need to edit this video before I leave for the airport. And if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, I mean, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Also, whenever I post on social media, definitely ask the question there. But yeah, that's basically going to be about it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.